Today I'm doing a Q&A, so welcome back to my channel. You guys love Q&As. I don't know what if they always do really good. I think because y'all like the way I talk, I think that sometimes I don't talk as well as I would like to, but we're gonna talk. Today's Q&A is a little bit different because we are eating crabs, and I know that doesn't sound as different because I'm always eating crabs when I do Q&A, but today we are eating my favorite kind of crab, okay? So let me go ahead and get a thumbnail. But yes, so I tell y'all all the time in videos when I'm doing boils that the blue crab or the Maryland crab or whatever you guys call it is my favorite crab. A lot of people don't like it because it's very tedious, but I love it. The meat is my favorite. I don't know, maybe it's just because I like tedious activities that I can sit and just pick these all day. Today I'm eating males, and you know that these are males because of this pointy thing here that kind of is in the shape of a penis a little bit. And I only say that because I'm gonna put a picture of the females. If you look at the females, it looks more like a shape of vagina. It's more like V shape and wider, and then this one is pointy, so I get where God was going with that, or whoever made crabs. So that's what's going on. We're gonna be eating crabs, and I'm gonna show you how I pick them. I'm gonna show you what I eat with them. And if you have never tried the blue crab or the Maryland crab, I would give it a try. I think they're delicious, but like I said, they're really tedious. So y'all know we gotta make the sauce first. And yeah, I always think my sauce is so weird, so I melted this entire thing of butter. I got my bowl. I need a big bowl, y'all, because I like to mix it around. I'm gonna pour a good amount of butter in there, not all of it. And then I'm gonna take Old Bay seasoning because can't eat crabs without Old Bay. That's why I don't like crabs from like bougie places, because there's no Old Bay. Pour a little bit of that in there, and you're also gonna put some of this on the table next to your sauce because you're gonna dip it. It's a routine. Eating crabs is a lifestyle. Y'all can't really see. I'm gonna move you babies this way so they can see bowl, the mixtures, everything I have going on. And then I have the pot that I dump the crabs out of is going to be my trash bin. Most of the time you just put your trash on your paper. This paper is just for eating crabs or any type of seafood. If you're a seafood person, you know. I don't have to say what it is, but I also put a trash bag underneath it to stop it from leaking through, which is why y'all always see me eating my seafood with a trash bag, because sometimes it's hard to find this paper. Okay. Now for the part y'all never understand, but I hope y'all have given it a try since. The vinegar. You can use any type of vinegar, but I just like how apple cider vinegar tastes, so I'm gonna use apple cider vinegar. You don't need too much vinegar, but I have to taste it, so I'm gonna go ahead and rip one of his legs off. Look at all that meat, y'all. Wait, I gotta do this thingy. Ooh, y'all captured it. I'm gonna rip his leg off to mix that up. Needs a little more vinegar. And I don't know why I like Maryland crabs or blue crabs better than like regular crab legs. It's something about the crab legs that start to hurt my stomach after a while. I think we're good. I think I need a little more seasoning. So, need a bit more of that. And we're gonna mix it again with our leg. That's perfect. Now y'all know I'm a messy eater, so I'm gonna try to do this Q&A and eat these crabs, because when I'm eating these crabs, I'm never in my phone. My phone will be ringing, and I don't want no parts. So let's get started. Y'all asked a lot of questions. Mostly questions about my mental health, which I like because y'all are really concerned about like the space I'm in right now. So let's go. So a lot of those questions will be the same, because I swear to God, y'all, like out of 50 of the questions, half of them were, how's your mental health? So really quickly, I'm gonna show you how I cracked this crab. So I already took one of his legs off. Sometimes they come like this, missing a leg. It's rare that they come with both their claws on because they're fighting on the way into the pot. I'll try to cook some one day to show y'all. But they put up a fight on the way into that pot, so they lose legs and then they fight with each other. But there's two ways you can do this, right? You can take all of the legs off first, which is how most people do it. And I put my legs down so I'm ready to eat them, because the legs are the best part. Not these legs though. These legs don't have much meat. But if I'm really like feeding for crabs, I'll sit and open these legs too. But I just had them the other day. And I filmed it because me and my family were all sitting outside having crabs. But because I was eating crabs, I didn't have enough footage. It just was like 7 minutes of footage. So I'll add some of it in here so y'all can see. Maybe I add at the beginning. Yeah. It's just so good. So before I open him up, I've taken all his legs off. I'm gonna crack his claws up. And like I said, it's tedious. They make tools to help this process be a little easier, but no lie, I have been eating these type of crabs since I was like 4 or 5. So I am like an elite picker. I leave no meat behind, because we would get in trouble if we left meat behind. I don't think they're in season right now, so they are a little bit smaller. I don't know exactly when crab season is, but I think it's like closer to summertime. But we used to go catch them when we were young. We would put our drumsticks, put a string on our drumsticks, raw chicken drumsticks, chicken drums, and drop it in the water, and you pull it up and you have crab on it, or a few crabs on it. And then, so y'all see, I'm pretty much tearing down this claw, and I just bite it like I do everything. Got strong teeth. I'm gonna get to the Q&A in a minute, y'all, but let me get one crab out home, because I gotta give y'all a tutorial. I can't just tell y'all to go try it without giving y'all a tutorial. Okay, where'd he go? I just put my legs in a pile over there. So this is his butt. Like I said, it looks like a penis compared to the girls. The girls looks like a vagina. So you just pull this part up, pull that little penis tail up thingy, discard that. You put your thumb in between the orange shell and the white shell, the back and the front. You just pop it open. When you open it, there's gonna be nasty stuff in the middle. Don't eat that. Some nasty people eat that.
Orange part is the best. So
no, anybody who eats the orange part is dirty. That's nasty, mom.
This is the orange part, and this is the best. So,
y'all, that's the doo-doo.
yeah, but it's the best part.
It's the doo-doo. Isn't it the doo-doo? My mom and other people in my life that I have been around eat all that gunk. I'm pretty sure that's the doo-doo. The doo-doo. It is the doo-doo. I'm not pretty sure. It's what else would it be? It's green. And sometimes like the females have, so if you crack open a female like this, she'll have that green, some orange stuff, and like baby sacs. So that's why I tell people, like, try males for your first time. They are a little more expensive, but they don't have the eggs in it. So if you're squeamish, I would just eat males. So this outside, which you could mistake for crab meat, but not really because it's ugly. These are the lungs. You don't want to eat that. Those are called dead men when you eat crabs. If there's like a legend or a tale, if you eat 3 dead men, my grandma would always tell me that you would die. But I've eaten more than 3 on accident. You accidentally eat them sometimes because you're rushing. And I like to clean my hands off after I get all the poop out, because I just don't like how it tastes. So yeah, so once you split them in half, you get 2 halves, and don't worry about some of the gunky stuff just left behind. You just work your way through it, or use your sauce to get the rest off, and you just start eating it. You break it down into as many pieces as you need to get your meat out. You leave no meat behind, because why would you kill a little crab just to leave meat behind? Y'all really don't, like, nobody understands. Brooke doesn't get it, and she's been eating them for as long as I have. Taliban doesn't get it, but nobody understands why. They would all rather eat crab legs than it. Well, it's something about the meat that just tastes nothing like crab leg meat to me. Snow crab is not, has nothing on this. Okay, now that I've taught y'all how to open a crab, I'm gonna start the Q&A. If I can make it through the Q&A, because these crabs is busting. My sauce is perfect. And you can do just butter. You can do, any sauce you want with this, right? They also make that, like, that crab sauce, that mustard mayo ketchup thing that people be eating. They eat with this. So whatever you want. I just like vinegary taste. Like, it's just me. I always had like really weird taste buds. I'm a pickle person, like stuff like that. My second half. But let me get a question in first. Okay. The first question we're gonna do is, how do you handle stress? So as of, I'm gonna speak of like lately, because I haven't over the years been very good at handling stress. Now I'm kind of just like, I weigh my options, right? I've gotten to the point where like I'm very honest with myself about how I feel about certain things, instead of reacting how I think I should react to certain things. I'm reacting exactly how I feel about it. So depending on the situation, I just ask myself, you know, like, so are you really, like, is this really stressing you out, or is it just like, you know, I think stress is a lot, or any emotions is a lot of being honest with yourself about how you really feel about a situation, right? Instead of thinking, okay, this is how I should feel about it, or this is what somebody else would feel about it, or, you know, that's how I'm like coping with stress and anxiety and anything that I have. I'm like, okay, here are the options. Like, let's weigh all the options and let's come to like a realistic resolution for it, or a realistic, you know, I'm at the point where I'm trying to get control over my emotions. So if it's not, you know, something that's like dire, I try not to let it bother me too much, because, you know, I'm blessed to be here, and I just fix it as it goes. Like, I go with the flow. Honestly, now I'm just going with the flow, and I'm taking everything as it comes, and I'm fixing it if it's fixable as it comes. If it's not, I've always been the type of person though, like, if something is not, it stresses me out and it's not fixable, then I just don't care about it, because it's like, I can't change it, so why would I let it stress me out, right? So that's the best place to say it. Like, if I can't change it, I don't let it consume me, because it'll consume me and it'll still be the same. Like, or I could just be like, you know what, I don't care, I'm not gonna let it consume me, and it's still gonna be the same. So I think a big part of it is being very transparent with yourself. So that's how I deal with stress. I take it on as it goes, and I don't let it consume me. You cannot let it consume you, because it is what it is. So, you know, change it if it's not changeable. then you really shouldn't let it stress you, because it's gonna be there, whatever emotion, you know, however it takes you. And I know that's easier said than done, but that's honestly how I've been getting through a lot. Like, I'm very okay. This is this. Is it fixable? No. Okay, then I deal with that. Like, I'll process it. Like, I'll be pissed off or maybe sad or something for like a day, and I'm like, okay, you know this is not fixable, it's time to keep moving. So I don't know if that helps. I don't know if I explained that good, but that's just how I feel about it. This was another question that I got a million of. How do you feel about DDG and Riley being friends again? I really don't have too much of a feeling on them two being friends. Simply because, one, when the situation happened, I really truly always felt like, and maybe, I don't know, I don't follow Riley anymore and I don't keep up with her, but I really thought that the boyfriend was a lot of the problem. Not gonna lie, no offense, maybe I'm wrong, please don't shoot the messenger, boyfriend or Riley, but I felt like it was less of how Riley felt and more outside ears, you know, like the boyfriend, the brother, because even in the video they were doing a lot of the talking for her. So I felt kind of bad for her when everything was happening, until her mama, you know, y'all know what her mama did, just like comment under certain stuff, saying certain things. Yeah. Sorry. Saying certain things towards me and my family that was like, girl, what does this have to do with anything? But so that's when I initially unfollowed Riley, because her mama was just like a loose cannon at that time. But I get it, everybody was coming for your kid, her kid. I don't think I personally came for her kid. I think I just reacted to it, but whatever. So yeah, I think the problem between them was like outsiders. And the reason I didn't like fully, you know, get into the Riley and DDG situation is because I knew this would happen, or I know that it happens. It's happened with me and baby daddy in the past. It's happening with me and friends in the past. Like, you fall out with people sometimes and you reconcile with them. And DDG did a lot, you know, especially with having you guys completely shit on her. I don't know how y'all gonna get forgiveness for that, but I think the views will get forgiveness. But I feel no way towards that. I think that whatever somebody needs to do to have peace in their life, or just anything that you feel you need to do to bring you peace and bring you reconciliation, do it. Don't, you know, I saw a lot of people were kind of upset that he did that, but at the end of the day, it's his life. We don't know what he was feeling after that situation. We don't know what she was feeling after that situation. You know, they both could have had some deep regret about the situation. So it's whatever you need to do. Sorry. To make your life as peaceful as possible. Do I think it's a good idea? It depends on exactly what they're trying to do, you know. Business wise, I think that they are done for. I don't think that they should try again business wise. Friendship wise, I think that's okay, but like as far as trying to do the whole business thing again, things were exposed on, you know, on both ends. Well, I can't remember if DDG exposed too much of the business side, but yeah, it's just like, I think they should be good business wise and just be friends. So I don't really feel away. Like I said, I only unfollowed her because her mom was kind of talking crazy, had some things to say. I think it was on Twitter, I can't remember. But most of y'all know what I'm talking about because y'all were the ones sending it to me. And yeah, it was like super out of line and out of pocket stuff about me and my baby daddy's relationship, which kind of had nothing to do, which absolutely had nothing to do with what they were going through. So who cares? But yeah, I think that the biggest problem was more of Riley not really, you know, I think people were putting stuff in her ears. Like I said, I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. How do I feel about Shayla's passing? Y'all know, y'all were really weird with me about this, which was extremely annoying because I did post about it a few times, but y'all were like, you know, people were writing me like, you trifling bitch, you're not sad enough, or you're not this enough. And it is very, very unfortunate what happened to her, and it's really sad. But like with death, unless I'm like extremely close to you, I don't feel as connected with it as I should have. Like I should. And me and Brooke talk about this a lot, and I don't mean to sound insensitive, like I don't care. I do care. I think it's really sad, but I wasn't, like, I called Key to check on her. I just wasn't as emotional about it as like she was, or maybe Kiki. I didn't really talk to Kiki about it, but I did talk to Key, and she was crying, and she's been having a really hard time with it. So that's what I do, you know, in situations like that. I kind of check on the people that I know are really affected by it a lot. And what I mean by that is kind of like, same thing, like I process like how much I can handle. So when I heard about her death and I heard what happened, I was like, wow, that's, you know, that's so sad. That's really unfortunate that happened to her. I didn't cry about it, and I don't think I'm wrong for not crying about it, and that doesn't mean that I don't care that I didn't cry about it. But I hated that y'all were like, you know, bullying me into, you know, how I'm supposed to feel. So I made sure I checked on Key, because I knew that it really hurt her feelings. And you know, we have plans, or had plans, to go to the funeral. So I'm more of a behind the scenes, like, I'm very realistic about death, and I pray for her peace 100%, because that is such a, I don't like when people die in such like tragic ways, because I just want your soul to be at peace when you go, and it's just like, it wasn't even your time. You just were randomly out one night, you were enjoying yourself, and some careless, idiotic person decided that it was your time to go. Like, so I hope that she has so much peace in the afterlife. She really was a sweet girl. She seems to be doing really good with herself and doing hair. I went and looked at her page, so I'm happy for her. We never actually got into talk. She did reach out a few times a few months ago, and also when I got pregnant with 6, and I just ignored it. So that's kind of another reason why too I wasn't like overdoing the Instagram thing, because she did reach out multiple times and I did not answer. So I feel like that'd be kind of disrespectful for me to overdo it on social media, but I made sure that I handled it where I could, you know, where it was best for me to handle it, like Key, checking on her, and yeah, just posting the things I can post to help find her killer, because I know that he has not been found and he deserves to rot in hell. So big rest in peace to her. It's so sad, and it's very unfortunate that you just can't even walk out the house and have fun. Sad. But yeah, stop telling me like how I'm supposed to feel about certain things. Y'all can't do that, because it's just like, I feel how I want to feel. Biggest thing you could do is like it or you don't. Like, but just because I'm not posting something doesn't mean that I don't care. And I did post it. Just because it's not what you wanted to say doesn't mean I don't care. How do you remain confident in a world with so many beauty standards? You know, I get this question a lot, even from like family members and just people I meet. I don't think that I'm that confident, but Brooke and everybody's always like, yeah, you are. But I just feel like this is like my exterior. You know, like this will deteriorate, this does deteriorate. I get sick, I get ill, I get braces and my gap opens back up. Like, this is just my outside, this is just my shell. This will look different in a few years and years after that and years to come, this will never ever be the same. So I cannot overvalue something so temporary. And that doesn't mean don't take care of yourself, but I cannot put my all into something that is going to change anyway. And then also, I think that, you know, I see girls who get surgery and they're still not happy and they get more surgery. I fully understand that it's an inside thing. If you don't feel good on the inside, you're never going to feel good on the outside. How do you get to feeling good on the inside? I think it's going to be different for everybody, but my confidence is not in the way that I look. My confidence is in the way that I feel. My confidence is in the way that the people around me love me. Everybody around me loves me, and that's not to sound cocky, but people love me. I'm not for nothing. Like, I'm not just here. So, yeah, I get that I'm skinnier and I'm not, you know, built like the Instagram girls, but I think that I just have something different. Like, I think it makes me stand out a little bit more. So there's also some confidence in that, knowing that I still get the attention that I get, and I don't have a big old booty, and I don't have a bunch of, I mean, I have nice things, but that I'm not into it. Like, it's not my thing. So yeah, I think I'm just like, the beauty standard changes so much. Like, I remember when being thick wasn't a good thing. Like, everybody wanted to look very model-esque. I remember when color wigs and stuff at one point were like, you know, not considered that cute. Like, nobody really wanted to do that. I remember when long nails were considered ghetto. Now they're a trend. I remember when mismatching colors and or like posting in lingerie or stuff like that was all a bad thing, and now it's always going to be different. So you have to find your niche, and you have to find your confidence and what works for you, and you just have to do that, because it's going to change so much. Like, you'll go buy a whole catalog of clothes and then next year it's all going to be out of style. So I don't really care about none of that stuff. It's just however I wake up and want to feel. Like, it's just how I go. Am I scared to be single? I don't know. This is a weird question, because I was single for a long time before I met my baby daddy, and I enjoyed being single. I was one of those people that I really liked being single, because I don't like being told what to do, and I have fun just coming and going when I want. So no, I really, really enjoy being single. That's how I was able to stay with Taliban for 2 years when he went to jail without having sex or any type of affection at that, because I have no problem with being by myself. If you know a Virgo, you know that we kind of like to be by ourselves. Sometimes we need to be. Too much like movement and too many people throws us off like our schedule and our organize it. No, I like to be by myself a lot. More than y'all think. But that was a weird question. That's why I screenshotted that when I saw that, because I'm like, what makes you think I'm scared to be single? What made me start investing more into myself? Make sure my nipples don't pop out, because my nipples have a problem. I'm not the problem, my nipples are. For me, I think I had just gotten to a point where I was like, you know what, like, I knew I would get to, and that's why I would like kind of always tell baby daddy, like, I'm gonna get tired, I'm gonna get tired, and I'm gonna get tired. I'm doing you a favor by warning you to stop doing what you're doing if you want to be together, because I will get tired. But it was getting to that point where it was kind of just like, you know what, I'm tired, I'm bored, like, I gotta try something different. So I'm a giver. I'm just naturally like that, emotionally, physically. Like, I take care of the people around me, and I love the people around me. And in that, a lot of times I forget to like take care of myself and invest as much into myself as I do in everybody else. You need to invest more into yourself than you do everybody else, because then you'll take proper care of everybody around you. So it just was, I just got tired. And I was like, you know what? The people that are around me right now are not worried about me. They're not considering me. So I just want to be just as selfish for a minute, and I want to consider myself for a minute. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just, nothing is for no one else right now. And not to say like I'm being selfish with my loved ones, but if I'm not 100%, nobody else is getting 100%. And that's just how it's going to work from here on out. And I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. So we'll see how it goes. I'll update y'all soon, because y'all know I do these often. What has life been like adjusting to Miami? What is it like starting? Is it like starting over? Yeah, it kind of does feel like starting over, honestly. Like, I feel like I'm living a whole different life right now, on a whole different journey. Even with like all the people around me, everything kind of feels aligned right now. But it's amazing. I love Miami. I've been having so much fun. I just go out to eat. I go to the pool at my house. I chill in the house. I'm loving Miami, even though I keep moving around. I have no desire to leave. How's baby 6? Yeah. He's so spoiled rotten. I mean, at this point, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He throws fits harder than usual. He throws things when he gets mad. He'll hit if he gets too upset. So I'm now realizing that I have spoiled this baby too much. And he is like one of those white kids that when they don't get their way, they just start tripping. We've been home for a few days now because Taliban is getting ready to start Ramadan, and he wants to be here to help his other friends that are new to it make it through the month. And he wants me to be here to help him make it through the month. And 6 has been getting to see his other family, his younger siblings, because I don't know if I told you this, but this one's a bad crap. Taliban's mom passed right before he came home. Like 2 months before he came home. And then when he came home, his sister was pregnant. And then 2 months after that, I was pregnant. And then I don't know exactly how many months, but a little bit after that, his brother had a baby. Well, his girlfriend was pregnant. So all of our babies, he lost his mom, and then the family got 3 more blessings, a couple more too, but with her kids, we all went back to back with children. And he's never really gotten a chance to play with them and enjoy them because we moved to LA first, and now we're in Miami. So he's been playing with his cousins finally. And he's been doing better than I thought he was going to do, being as though he's never really gotten to be around kids. Very selfish with toys. Like, he won't even have enough hands to hold all the toys, but he'll bundle all the toys like in his arms, in his mouth, in his hands. Any way he can carry them, he's going to carry them to take them away and not have to share them. So other than those things, he's healthy, he's beautiful. His hair is still growing. He's a sweet little boy when he wants to be. He's getting so smart. He's saying more words. Down is his thing now. Anytime he wants to get off a chair or get out his high chair, down, down, or get off the bed. And then when he wants to get up, he says down. We haven't really like sought out the two. I work with him with his letters. The only letter that he can recognize is A. So I don't know how we're doing with that, but he'll be 2 August 2nd. So hopefully by the time he's 2, he's talking a little more. Only thing he's really saying, still dada as always. down, stop, go. I don't know what it is now when we get in the car. After I strap him his car seat and I get in, he's like, go, go, like rushing me to pull out. Like he got somewhere to be. He's developing really good. Sweetest little boy when he wants to be, but a damn devil when he wants to be. He's gonna be an interesting little kid, let me say that. And now I'm just trying to figure out how to reverse the rottenness I've caused. And so now I'm getting a little tougher on him, but the problem is that Taliban wants to be soft with him, so we're not a united front. So if I try to discipline him, he'll just go to Taliban, and it doesn't work. But yeah, it's good overall. He's healthy. How has it been living with Brooke? Honestly, that one's a bad crab too. You guys will know when you have bad crabs. I know you keep hearing me say it, but some crabs are bad. They'll have a weird smell to it, or they'll be very thin. But I really like living with Brooke. I don't know if Brooke likes living with us so much. Six is a messy child. He put Oreos all over the white couch the other day. It came out though. The couch cleans really good. So thank God for the couch cleaning so good, or Brooke would have moved out by now. But I like living with Brooke because I think she's extremely organized, and I am too, but hers is just a little more OCD. So it motivates me to just kind of like keep my area clean. And she's so like girly and like good at decorating. So it motivates me to want to like get better at it and decorate more. And she helps me with Six, and she cooks better than I do. So it's not really a downside to living with Brooke. Brooke is one of those people, she don't really bother nobody. Oops. Six bothers her more than she probably like, but it's okay. What a nephew's for. So yeah, don't mind living with Brooke. I've lived with her always. I don't mind living with any of my family though. Like I like living with my family. Do you accept small business products for your P.O. box? You can send whatever you like to my P.O. box, and I'm gonna open it on YouTube. We're gonna do P.O. box opening. But if you want promo further than that, you have to email the link, the email that's in my bio, and we will discuss further promo. But I will open everything on YouTube. Not a question, you just seem happy, like you're living in your potential or something. Thank you. I appreciate that. I am enjoying life. Right now I'm preparing everything. I'm getting ready for my time, for me to take center stage. I'll say that. So I am getting all my ducks in a row. Soon I will be everything that you guys and the people around me believe that I can be, and that I believe for myself. Virgo to Virgo, how have you been feeling? I've been feeling great, honestly. As a Virgo, you know, we go through our little mood swings where we take periodic downtime, but I've been good. And I think the biggest sign of that, me being good, is I've been moving around a lot and getting up and doing more and filming more. But yeah, I'm in a really good space right now, and I would like to keep that going. So thank you, Virgo, brethren or sister. Do you ever miss going home to PG? Not necessarily coming home to PG, because I'm home now. When I come home and I ride through everywhere and I look at all the buildings that I remember, I'm always like, I hate looking at this place. It's just like so dry. But I do miss seeing my family. Like I said, we all sat outside and ate crabs the other day. It was good to see them. I like being around their energy. They make my energy good. So that's what I miss about home. How is baby number 2 coming along? Baby number 2 is not coming along. And I've gotten that idea completely out of my head. I'm not having another baby anytime soon. I don't think I appreciated the infant stage enough because of the lack of sleep and my boobs hurting from breastfeeding. But like I said, he's bad as shit, and I couldn't imagine having a newborn with this bad baby that I have. And also I think now I'm understanding like why our parents always say wait till you're like 30 to have a baby. I do believe that. So if you're watching this, wait till your 30s to have a baby, because sometimes, like, you know, I go out and I go to the hookah bars and I go drinking with my friends, and I get like a guilty mom conscious because I feel like I should always be with my baby, and I hate that. I can't even like go on vacation and enjoy myself, or it's hard to enjoy yourself because you're constantly thinking about your kids. So I don't think anybody wants that responsibility right now. So definitely no baby number 2. Sorry to disappoint y'all. No time soon. And I also want to give, you know, me and Taliban are trying again. I want to give our relationship a chance to like get all the way to that good space before I jump in and have another baby with him and potentially end up in the same situation as the first time. So maybe in a few years, maybe when I'm like 32. How different is Miami from LA and DC? If DC stays out of Miami, I will honestly be able to tell y'all that. Just kidding. But I don't know, Miami, LA is like bougie, too bougie. Like you go in the club and everybody's just Snapchatting, they're not really dancing or having that much fun. It doesn't look like it. DC is really fun, but because of COVID, the nightlife is trash right now. But DC is really, really fun. But Miami is just like such a vibe. It's just a vibe. Like, you're gonna have a good night in Miami. And I think the people are nicer in both than people in Miami are nicer than like people in DC and LA. That's just my opinion, though. But yeah, definitely Miami's so like you can go up the street and it'll be chill, or you can go the other way and it's gonna be a party. What do you do for mommy time? I'm currently stressed, stay at home, and jobless. I'm so sorry to hear that. DM me so I can help you if you need some Pampers, wipes, toys for the babies. I'm gonna send you some stuff. Or I'll DM you back to this post. But I have a lot more help. Like, my sister lives with me and my baby daddy has been around a lot more. So I don't think that's like a fair one for me to just tell you, like, get somebody to help you. But if you do, even if you get a couple hours or a day, like, sometimes I don't even do anything. I just go get Starbucks and sit in the car and watch TikTok, because I'm in love with TikTok now. If y'all didn't know, I'm obsessed. I don't make any TikToks and I would like to, but I do sit on it all day. So I'll tell Taliban and stuff like, oh, I'm gonna get my nails done, I'm going to the grocery store. And I'll finish both of those projects and I'll just park somewhere nice. And I'll drink my entire cup of coffee and watch a bunch of TikToks, and then I'll go in the house. So yeah, you just have to find those moments of peace. Like, it's really hard being a mom, and I couldn't imagine being a single mom. Like, because, you know, even if Taliban and I didn't work out and he was gone like he used to be, I wouldn't be a single mom because I would have so much help from my family. Brooke is a big help, and it's hard. I watched my mom do it with 4 girls. I watched her struggle. So I commend you if you are doing it. You guys deserve the world. Mother's Day is coming around. So even if you plan now to like get a babysitter for Mother's Day, care.com is a really good place to find one. It's like $25 an hour. If you want that as your Mother's Day gift, instead of me buying Pampers and wipes, I will surely pay for your sitter for the day, for Mother's Day. So hit me up if you watch this video. And I'll do that for you. I'll take care of your sitter for Mother's Day, because every mom deserves a break. Are you getting the COVID vaccine? Not anytime soon. I'm not gonna say that I won't get it, but I just feel like we have not even figured out what this thing is 100% enough for me to be convinced that you guys found a vaccine for it. The HIV and AIDS epidemic didn't even hit as hard as COVID is hitting, and it took y'all years to get a vaccine. Cancer's still here, and we don't, you know, so I just don't want it. I just don't know what it is. I don't even get the flu shot, but my mom has gotten it. My older sisters have gotten it. And if they don't turn into a zombie in like a year or two, then maybe I'll get it. But I got an email the other day asking that I want my son to be a part of the trial for the baby vaccine. I'm like, hell no, why would I want him to be a part of the trial? I'm gonna have a hard enough time piking my mom in the head. I'm not gonna be able to do my baby. I'm gonna get ate by a zombie baby, and it's just gonna be disastrous. But if you get it, yeah, just let me know how you feel. I'd love to know. My mom said she felt fine, but my mom also parties a lot, so I don't think she would even notice if something did go wrong. So yeah, that's how I feel about the COVID vaccine. I'm not completely opposed to it, but I just want to give it some time, let everybody else be the test subjects. Unfortunately, my mom wanted to be volunteer tribute, so yeah, that's how I feel about it. I just want to take time and let it run its course and see if it turns into The Walking Dead. I'm gonna be so prepared, but I'm also gonna be pissed because I can't watch TikTok no more. But someone asked how me and Taliban, and we're in a really good space. We've been talking, and we basically have just decided that we are going to start over. We're going to start fresh, and we understand that both of us kind of had our faults. Not so much me, but I'm not perfect, and I have had my faults as well. And we just cannot give up on it. So there's a reason for that, and we both agree to that. And we're just gonna do better at loving each other, and he's gonna do better at fixing the problems that he had, and we are moving as a united front, and that is our biggest thing. Like, I think that with everything that he did, I forgot that we are still a team, and I didn't really treat him as a team player, and I was treating him more as my enemy. And I think that he had to realize, you know, certain things that you've done kind of messed up that team dynamic. So now we're coming together as a team, and we're moving forward. So I'll give y'all an update on that. I'm not gonna give y'all too much, but that's just where we are right now. Someone asked me, why do you feel like bags and shoes means a man loves you, referring to your tweet? I'm assuming that you're talking about the retweet of something that I did say, where I said that, let me see exactly what the tweet said, because you asked this question on Twitter, so I know that's what you're talking about, and it's always controversial. When I said it the first time, it was controversial. It's always an issue every time. And I said, did he pay a bill? Did he buy you a bag? Did he buy you a shoe? So you're sucking for free. And I think that that's the right message. I think maybe I'm the wrong messenger, and I feel like anybody who says it gets hell for it. And I will break it down, because it's not coming from a place of, oh, I'm a scorned girlfriend, so this is why I say this. It's coming from a place where I have been with men in the past, and I have left the relationship mentally drained, emotionally drained, and I have had nothing to show for it, right? 99% of the time, maybe 95, maybe shorter, maybe I'm being dramatic, 90% of the time, you're gonna leave the relationship different than when you came. And most of the time, if you have to leave, you're gonna leave a little sadder, you're gonna leave just different, and not always in a good way. And I think most of the time it is in a bad way. And most of the time it's us, it's the women that leave different. And so when you leave, you should have something to show for it. And that's just how I feel, not because I'm a girlfriend who has been cheated on, but because I'm a woman who has dealt with, like I said, I have dealt with people, and I have left a relationship different from what I've came, and have had nothing to show for it. Not a business, not a bag, not a shoe, not a bank account. Like, it doesn't always have to be bags and shoes. It's not just that simple. Like, man can just put you in a better position to eat overall is what he should do, because we make a lot more sacrifices for our relationships. That is just the truth. If you want to act like, oh no we don't, okay, that's fine with me, but you should most definitely be getting something, because you will lose something. And that is just what that means. Like, I got a lot of hate for saying it the first time, but I stand by that. I will 100% stand by that. I am going to leave this relationship that I have with my baby daddy different than what I came. I am way different than what I came, emotionally and mentally and physically. And but I'm also gonna leave it with something to show for it, you know, financially, with a business, with a baby, with it. Just is how it should be. And y'all can sit here and act like, oh no, it's not about that, but it needs to be about something, because we go through a lot of changes for these men. And that's not me being rude to anybody, that's just how it is. And that's not me speaking off of, oh, somebody was dealing with my situation, oh, did you get something? No, I don't care if you got anything. I know you didn't get anything. But it's me speaking on the past, where I have been in situations and have had nothing to show for it. A total waste of time. So yeah, I don't know why y'all take that so, I don't know why y'all take that wrong. I don't even think that should be taken wrong. Like, you gonna leave different for sure, but it needs to be something good has to have come out of it, you know, something. Your life is in a better position, or even if you got some better knowledge. Like, I'll leave not just with like bags and shoes and businesses and a nice bank account if me and my baby daddy separate, but I'll leave with some knowledge. Like, he's very calm, he's very cool and collective, and I think that I learned a lot from him. So I'll leave with some knowledge too, but I'd rather leave with some extra stuff. I want to leave with it all, because you're gonna be different on the other side, and that is what it is. So I think that it's 100% the right message. I think that because I'm the messenger, y'all tend to think that it's coming from a place that it's not coming from. Like, I don't know why y'all was so mad about me saying that, but it's food for thought, if you can admit it. But this Q&A is long as hell, as always. It's been fun. I hope y'all go try crabs. I only have 1, 2, 3, 6 left. I ate a half a dozen, which is good. I'm going to probably Ziploc the rest of them and try to finish them tomorrow. So